Hello YouTube, back once again with my film reviews, and today I saw the new comedy Ted 2, the sequel to the surprise hit Ted, and yeah, let's talk about it now. Ted 2, it stars Mark Wahlberg as John, and Seth MacFarlane as the voice of the CGI teddy bear Ted, reprising their roles, and what happens is basically Ted has married his white trash girlfriend Tammy Lynn, and then they decide to try to have a child with each other, but then it leads to a court issue in which Ted is considered not a person but property, and so they end up imploring the help of Amanda Seyfried as a lawyer Samantha. The only main cast member that does not return from the first film is Mila Kunis. Is Mila Kunis as John's girlfriend from the first film, and it's actually kind of depressing because it's supposed to be their like 6 months of divorce when the film picks up. I'm just like, oh, poor. I feel kind of sad. That's kind of sad. Like, I like those two together. I mean, like Mark Wahlberg was just such a nice guy in the first film. I liked his story arc in it, but real reason Mila Kunis' character is in this is because she just did not want to do this movie, and it happens. But so yeah, let's talk about the good and bad of this movie. The good. Well, first I gotta give this movie credit. It was much better than I thought it was gonna be because there is an actual effort put behind this movie. Like for me, you can clearly tell just off its title that this was made just because the first one was a surprise hit and some studio executive ordered a sequel is the only reason this film was made and no other reason. There's an actual effort behind this. Like this isn't like and there's actual like new plot in this movie. It's not like the Hangover Part 2 when like it's the exact same plot. You can basically tell like no one was putting effort behind it. They were just like, oh, just do this the first thing again. I mean, it made us money the first time. People go see it anyway. There's an effort put behind this movie, and I give this movie credit for actually doing that. So that's the first plus I can say. There's an effort. Everyone in this film is trying, so I'll give them credit. Another good thing, Mark Wahlberg as the lead John Ben. He's just as likable as ever, Mark Wahlberg. He's still just a very likable, very charming lead. And I was gonna say, it's actually when you think about it, a pretty impressive performance on Wahlberg's part. Like, just the amount of chemistry he's able to share with just this CGI teddy bear that you know is never there, and he was basically just probably acting by himself the entire time. He's just great chemistry with this thing on screen, so way to go, Mark Wahlberg. It's actually what do you think about a pretty impressive performance on his part. Seth MacFarlane as the voice of Ted. Once again, the man just got a great voice. It's just such a nice voice to listen to. Still got some really good comedic timing. It's just funny to hear just like such an adult like voice, like just saying the worst, most awful things coming out like this adorable teddy bear's mouth is always funny. So Seth MacFarlane was also very enjoyable, and Jessica Barth as Tammy Lynn, Ted's wife in this film. The actress was good playing white trash, I gotta say. She had me giggling at how white trash she was in the film. I was always just giggling to myself anytime she was speaking on screen. Like I say, she was good at doing white trash. I really got nothing more to say about that than her, and I will give this movie credit because it's a comedy. Like, there's only really the way you can really rate comedy. The movie had me laughing and giggling pretty much all way, the full way, the entire way through it. Like, it wasn't a comedy where they showed all the jokes in the trailer and you were just like, they just got those jokes out and then the rest of the time you're just sitting there just like, oh my god, this is so unfunny. No, this movie had me laughing and giggling throughout. Okay, now what's the bad of the movie? Well, first, Amanda Seyfried, or is it Seyfried? I'm never sure how you pronounce that name. She wasn't that good in this movie. Not her fault. She's just not given any real jokes in this movie. The jokes she's not given jokes. They're more just jokes at her expense. Like there's just like a continuous ongoing joke with her that how Ted keeps making fun of how odd her eyes look, because, yeah, Amanda Seyfried, like, her eyes are pretty odd looking, like, anytime there's a close-up of her, and, because of that, like I said, though, because it's a comedy, she's not really giving laughs, just other characters are just giving laughs around her, which just makes her kind of a dull and forgettable, and then I gotta say, they like, like one of her like big scenes, like I think was supposed to be funny. Like she has like this really weird guitar scene where she starts singing, and she sings nicely. She's Amanda. She proves she can sing in Les Miserables. But yeah, my only thought though, this is really weird when it started happening. Well, why is this in this? My only thought was, my guess is Seth MacFarlane just said to himself, I am paying this actress's paycheck. I want to get everything she's worth out of her. So he just wrote that scene when he would get a chance to make Amanda Seyfried sing, but it's still really weird. It just kind of comes out of nowhere. I'm like, well, that certainly happened after. It's not really funny. It just kind of happens, and Amanda, not her fault. Amanda Seyfried just wasn't that enjoyable and pretty forgettable in this movie. And the other major issue of this film, while the jokes made me laugh, they were really forgettable. I mean, most of this movie, like, even talking about it now, most of it's already left my mind. Like, I can barely remember it as I'm just speaking to you at the moment. It's just the joke. They're just kind of those jokes that will make you giggle to yourself, just kind of laugh, and then you'll just forget them. Like, none of them are really creative and memorable in the slightest. Like, that and some of the jokes that are supposed to be the bigger lesson movies, they're just retread of the original. So I guess if you didn't see the original, like, some of the jokes will make you laugh harder, because you can't see the punchline coming. If you saw the original, though, some of these jokes will be like, haha, I get it, like, funny when they did that in the original, but you can see the punchline coming in because it was in the original if you saw the first one. So that's an issue. Like, the only two really memorable jokes I can think of off the top of my head is there's a wonderful cameo by Liam Neeson that just had me bursting out laughing. It was just fun seeing Liam Neeson in the movie. I always got to enjoy some Liam Neeson, and that Liam Neeson's cameo was really funny. His scene, and there was a scene when they go to a comedy improv night and they just start suggesting just the worst things for the performers, and that made me laugh because I do comedy improv, and it just made me laugh because I'm just like, this is exactly what happens at improv shows when you ask for suggestions from the audience. Like, so it may have just made me laugh really hard because I was like, this is exactly what happens. Like, me and my friends who also do are just looking at each other like, so this isn't this what goes on when we're doing shows, and yeah, but besides that, I guess most of the movie will keep you laughing throughout, but you'll just forget it. Like, basically, just completely forget the moment you walk out the theater. So what I can say about this movie, like, the first 10, it reminded me, like, of watching, like, a really good, really long episode from the good days of Family Guys, like, your seasons, like, 1 through 5, like, when this show was really good. Like, it was like watching, like, a good episode from those seasons. A really long one, but a really good one. And this felt like you're watching, like, an okay episode from seasons 1 through 5. Just, like, it had you laughing, but you didn't remember it that much after it was done. Like, it was nothing that creative was done in that episode. You were just like, okay, that was funny, I guess. But yeah, whatever. So, but I'll say this, as far as Seth MacFarlane's movies goes, this was definitely way better than last year's A Million Ways to Die in the West. God, what a disappointment that was. That was pretty bad, that movie. But it definitely wasn't as good as the first Ted. So I definitely suggest seeing the first Ted over this if you haven't seen Ted 1 yet. And this movie, yeah, so for final rating, I'm gonna give this movie a very solid 5 out of 10. It is a completely fine watch. If you want to go see it, go right ahead. I'd actually suggest renting this. Waiting for this movie to go on rentals. This is solid rental material right here. Like this, because like I said, this is a movie you're just gonna walk in. It will begin. It will end for you. It will basically leave like almost nothing, no impression on you. You won't be angry. You won't be that happy. If you want to go see it, go right ahead, I guess, is all I can say. But I would suggest waiting for rental on this one. And, yeah, that's all I really got to say about this movie. Oh, wait, but there is one other thing I want to tell you about when I saw this movie. I won't usually do this, but I don't do this on my film reviews. I'm not going to be doing it, but I saw one trailer before this movie that just had my mind completely blown. And it was a trailer for that new what looks like a piece of shit M. Night Shyamalan Shyamalan movie, The Visit. Like, did you see the trailer? Like, it's for like the killer grandparents movie. And I'm not talking about the trailer because I saw the trailer before that, and just like my only thought though was like when the first time I saw like when like it cut to the black screen, it's like written and directed by M. Night Shyamalan. My entire audience burst out laughing the first time I saw it. I was just like, oh god, who the hell let that man? Like, who? If I was a studio executive at this point, I would say no, M. Night, you're not allowed to put your name in big letters on your movies anymore. Like, because he wasn't allowed to do it for After Earth. So I thought they were basically his studios were done letting him do this, but guess not. But that's not what I'm talking about. This was mind blowing. Before the trailer to this trail to The Visits, there was just one of those things you get sometimes before trailers when it showed the director, M. Night Shyamalan, sitting down, just saying like, "Hi, I'm M. Night Shyamalan, and this is my new movie, The Visit." Like, now, why is visiting your grandparents it shouldn't be scary, but in my movie it is. And my only thought was like, oh my freaking god, M. Night, are you kidding me? Are you that serious? You think this movie is good? And, Shyamalan, I thought you were done I thought we broke you. I thought you were broken by the press at this point. Because let's face it, M. Night, you made one good movie. You made one good movie with The Sixth Sense. You are the definition of a one-hit wonder. It has been a downward spiral from there. And you made what's considered two of the worst movies ever. Three of the worst movies, big budget movies ever made, with Lady in the Water, The Happening, and The Last Airbender, which is my most hated movie of all time, The Last Airbender. And I can't believe that I was shocked enough that a Hollywood executive would allow him to put his name in big letters on this project. The fact that they let him show his face and speak to the audience, my only guess is they're just trying to build interest on the fact that it will just get people going, oh my god, it's a new piece of shit M. Night Shyamalan movie. I have to go see this. I gotta see how bad it is. That's my only guess. And if that's true, that is depressing. I'm so sorry, M. Night. If it truly is that the ad executive's plan is just to keep pushing the fact it's M. Night Shyamalan, so people just watch it hoping they'll get a good laugh out of the movie, because The Happening is freaking hilarious. And that's the only reason they're putting your name on this film, like in big letters, then I'm sorry, M. Night. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve to be just a complete mockery at this point, that even the ad executives are trying to just profit on your just tainted name. But, oh my god, M. Night, you gotta stop. You really gotta. I mean, one good movie, M. Night. You made one good one, and you made a good short film, I gotta say. If you ever get a chance, you made a good short film before you made The Sixth Sense. I thought, yeah, it's pretty decent. Good one, I gotta say. But, oh, Shyamalan, my god. Sorry, I want to talk about trailers for the most part. I just found this such a mind-blowing experience of a trailer. The fact that they would actually have M. Night Shyamalan speaking to you before the film, I thought was amazing. But YouTube, as always, please subscribe. I will see you next time. Okay, bye.